Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to today's weekly Texas Roadhouse press conference. As we get started, I'd like to invite UTPB Communications Manager Tatum Gwynn up to talk about a new project they're undergoing.
Never been on TV before, so I'm a little bit nervous about this, guys. So I'm talking to y'all today about a brand new program we're starting. It's called Falcon Ambassadors. It's brand new to the university, and 15 students made the cut into the inaugural group, and it's considered a prestigious honor for our students. An ambassador is a leader. They're a proud student willing to represent the university on and off campus. To put it simply, they're kind of like the face of our student body at all university-related events around the community. And to become a Falcon Ambassador, students must be in good academic standing and pledge at least a year of commitment to the university. And at the game on Saturday, Dr. Woodley presented this year's student ambassadors with their acceptance letters. So I don't want to take credit, Coach, but a new ambassador program, winning games. You heard it here first. That's it.
All right, thank you.
Okay, a little weekly rundown of what we've got going on this week. Tomorrow, fans can watch a replay of this past week's thrilling 21-20 come-from-behind win, starting at 7 o'clock on MyTV 16. Wednesday night is the Justin Kerrigan Show on Rock 95.1 from 6 to 7. That'll be out at Winks Bar and Grill at Rattler Ranch Golf Course. We've got 2 home games this week. Women's soccer plays West Texas A&M Friday night at 7 o'clock and hosts Eastern New Mexico Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock. And Saturday night, football will be traveling to Canyon, Texas for a 6 o'clock Lone Star Conference game at West Texas A&M. That game will be broadcast on Rock 95.1, and fans can also watch live stats and video online through our website, utpbfalcons.com. All right, at this time, I'd like to invite head coach Justin Kerrigan up.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Coach.
All right, Coach. Big win. How's it feel?
It feels good. Felt good. And got to try to remember those emotions for the players. Kind of relive that as much as we can, and try to use that a little bit moving forward and some positive vibes and energy.
How encouraging was it to see just the continued success at the end of games that you guys have had several times throughout this year? And I'm sure, obviously, like you say, every week you're looking for consistency, but if there is one time of the game where you're looking for plays to make them count, end of the games, and it's been working out.
Yeah, the fourth quarter was, like you said, a great time to put it all together and play most consistent. And I'm thrilled that they did that, and they were able to get the reward for it. Couldn't be happier for the guys. As hard as they've played this year and as close as we've been, to battle back from being down 20-7 and come back and win a thrilling victory like that. The excitement on their faces and the joy and just the emotion in the locker room, all that stuff is really kind of what makes it all worth it as a coach.
So, now coming off the win, how quickly do you guys have to hit the reset button, getting ready for this week?
Last night. But we try to enjoy it. You don't want to lose sight of those emotions and enjoying that victory. But at the same time, you got to take that next step. And you can't say that one win was good enough. And I think last night we kind of hammered that in, and we're moving forward.
X's and O's wise going into that fourth quarter, was there any kind of a different approach going on?
Great execution. Not a whole lot new in play calling or anything like that. Defense executed well all night. Only giving up 2 touchdowns, and the time came and it was on them to make a stop. They came through again, and I'm glad that the offense was able to reward them for their efforts. I think defense has played tremendous all year long, and another great night on their part helped us win that game.
How crucial would this, not just this upcoming game, but really just the rest of the season, be for you guys with, still a fairly young team and, a lot of young guys in important positions, starting with Taylor, and you go down the list. How important do you think this can be to build going forward just for the program at large?
Every positive thing that happens is always good moving forward. The most important thing for us growing, the years to come, scholarships. We're $250,000 away from being fully funded. That's where the most impact is going to come from. Winning ball games or continuing to grow, and enthusiasm on Saturdays is great. But the next step for us is to continue to grow in our funding.
When you look at West Texas A&M, what do you think you guys need to do to beat them?
Play consistently.
Same thing every week, huh?
Coach speak. That's just how we are. We got to play consistent. I'll say the same quote again. Vincent Barty once said, "The team that can block and tackle the best is going to be most successful." And that's what it comes down to. It's executing your assignments, and the team that can do that the best is generally going to have a chance to win the ball game.
Coach, West Texas A&M coming off the upset win over Central Washington this past week. Just what that kind of stands out to you the most about them?
Early in the week, so the only thing that I'm really watching right now is their defense. And they do a great job of keeping everything in front of them. They bottle up the run really well. They keep the pass game in front of them. They don't give up big plays. They kept Central Washington out of the end zone, created some turnovers. I think Central Washington had 500-something yards of offense and only 26 points. I don't want to say bend but don't break. I don't know what their philosophy is, but they were able to hold tight there in the red zone, created some turnovers. And defensively, that's the thing that stands out the most is just their ability to keep the score down low and make you earn it driving all the way down the field.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, next up is junior wide receiver Kyle McBride.
That was good.
Yep.
All right, huge numbers this week. Was 128 receiving yards, touchdown. Any kind of different approach that went into today's game, Saturday's game rather?
No, same approach. Just took it a little bit better. Like each week getting better, each week being consistent.
So you're a junior, freshman Taylor Knowles, quarterback. How have you seen, as on the receiving end, his maturity and how he sees the offense kind of develop?
Taylor's a leader, and Taylor he understands the offense real well. So when the ball's in the air, we just make the most of the opportunities and make play on the ball.
How difficult do you feel like you guys have been able to make, facing you guys from a game plan standpoint, considering you've got so many guys in that receiving core and then the run game solid too, that, Ben's had some big games. Mitchell, did really well in Northern Michigan. And then obviously Christian and yourself. How difficult do you think that makes it for teams?
It's exciting for us to have players like that on our team. We have a lot of playmakers on this team, and I feel like moving forward, I'm not sure how to answer.
Oh, no, you're good. Do you feel like just week to week, when, Mitchell has a big game and then Christian has a big game, do you notice things kind of open up for yourself, some of the other guys, and, you have a big game this week and then that can maybe open up some...
Yes, having those guys on the field definitely helps open up the field, get size off each other, so...
Bouncing off of Ben's question, kind of interesting, within the receiver group, I'm assuming you guys are a pretty tight-knit group. Is there any kind of friendly competition going on? Like who could put up the 100+ games? Who's going to be the guy this week?
Yeah, we always compete every day, especially at practice. We go off who catch the most balls and stuff, so we have fun.
Both
How important is it that in that friendly little competition, that you had your big game in a win, so you didn't have to keep your mouth shut after the game?
It just brings us energy, gives us motivation to make big plays each and every week.
What was the emotion like on the sideline after the game?
We loved it, and it was a great feeling, so look forward to that again.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Okay, next up is junior linebacker Keegan Gray.
All right, Keegan, don't want to take away from a really great game overall, but interception at the end of the game. What was going through your head when all that happened?
I didn't think he was going to throw me the ball like that, to be honest. We knew that he didn't have the greatest arm, probably wasn't going to be able to make a long downfield throw. So I kind of scooted up. I saw him start scrambling, and I kind of just stood there. He threw the ball right to me. So, but it was awesome. I'm glad I was the one that caught it. So.
What did you think when before the ball got to you, but you saw it coming to you? You're thinking, "This
don't drop it." I mean, it wouldn't obviously hurt to drop it, just to slide it down. But that's what was going through my head: was don't drop it, don't drop it.
Were you tempted at all to run with it afterwards?
No.
Because I saw you pretty quick put that knee down and said, let's just win.
I thought I caught it on a knee, and I started to run off the field, and I noticed the whistles hadn't blown yet, and so I took another knee to make sure that they knew the play was over. But that's why I took off running in the first place, is because I thought the play was done, because I caught it on a knee. But I was fast to get down again, because we had the win, wasn't going to risk anything.
So speaking of, just the defense as a whole, Coach, really commending you guys for your effort and your production this season. What's been going on, you think, as a defensive mindset? Because it seems like every week you're coming out, you're playing hard, and pieces are always there. And it seems like this week, only letting up 2 touchdowns, only 1 throughout the whole first half. What kind of is coming together for you guys?
Just the consistency, like Coach Kerrigan's always mentioning. The mindset that we have to play all 4 quarters. We got to come out, hard in the first quarter, and we've got to play like that all the way through the fourth. And I think we did that for the first time. We played hard the entire game, and we could have rolled over and died in the fourth quarter when we were down by 2 touchdowns, and we didn't. And I think that shows a lot about us. So,
how much? Just how much did it help? Like you said, it was kind of 2 touchdowns for a long stretch there, and then when that offense did get that spark going, got that touchdown. How much did that invigorate you guys on that? I guess that one drive that you had after that to get that start?
Well, I mean, obviously, the offense scores and it becomes a one-score game. So looking at the clock, you know that it's up to you. Game's kind of in your hands at that point. We've got to make a play and get the ball back for our offense, and that's exactly what we did. So.
And going off a question I asked to Kyle earlier, this linebacker units, like you guys are explosive this year. It seems like you and Chris just going back and forth this week. Is there any kind of friendly thing going on between you guys? Who could rack up the tackles? Who could get the turnovers, sacks, whatever it might be?
It's the interceptions right now. He held that over my head all last year that he had 2 interceptions. So I'm enjoying being up in the interceptions. So
that's awesome.
And just real quick, I know kind of went overshadowed based on how the game ended, but y'all had the chance to win with that touchdown at the end because of the blocked extra point, and that's something you guys have been able to do a few times this year.
Right.
What do you feel like is working right for you guys with that field goal block unit?
Coach Barosio, he he takes special teams to another level. Just watching film, you see some teams that don't take special teams, especially field goal block, very serious. They just kind of stand there like it's another play off. But by us not doing that, that ultimately won us the game in the end. Or at least kept us out of overtime, essentially. So that's what I'd say about it.
No.
All right.
Thanks so much.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, Keegan.
Thanks a lot, everybody.
Thank you.